Hey there! Welcome back to another vlog in this year's Christmas series. This holiday season I wanted to fully embrace the festive spirit by visiting a beautiful English castle decked out for Christmas. Join me as we explore the magic of Hever Castle. Let's dive into the history and holiday cheer together. We began our day by catching a bus to London Bridge Station. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't on our side that weekend. It started with dark clouds, then quickly turned to heavy rain. And to make matters worse, when we arrived at the station, we discovered that our train was delayed, and spoiler alert, it ended up being cancelled. We ended up waiting around for about 2 hours, passing time with a snack at Greg's, and then Costa. Thankfully, I had brought my book along to keep busy. Just when we were about to give up and head home, an announcement was made that the next train will finally depart. We quickly hopped on and traveled to Hever, located just an hour outside of London in Kent. Upon arrival, the rain and gusty winds greeted us. To reach the castle, we took a 20-minute walk along countryside roads. The walk was lovely while the sun was still out, but a bit eerie on the way back in the dark. Hever Castle was a must-see on my list, especially since it transformed into a Christmas wonderland during the season. It's the perfect combination of rich history and festive magic. Hever is best known as the childhood home of Anne Boleyn, which is Henry VIII's ill-fated second wife and the mother of Elizabeth I. Walking through its rooms felt like stepping into history, and with the Christmas decoration it really felt like entering a fairy tale. From the moment we arrived, the atmosphere was enchanting. The path to the castle was lined with twinkle lights, wreaths and garlands. The moat surrounding the castle shimmered under the soft winter light, and the bridge leading to the entrance felt like stepping into another world. It's hard to believe that this picture-perfect place was built in the 13th century. Inside, I was in awe of how the festive decorations were layered over the castle's deep history. Each room was adorned with Christmas trees, sparkling ornaments, and inviting fireplaces, all while maintaining the castle's historic charm. We started in the inner hall, which was the Tudor kitchen. It set the festive tone with its ornate wood paneling, massive stone fireplace, and a beautifully decorated Christmas tree. Next, we wandered into the drawing room, richly decorated with tapestries and festive displays. The roaring fire and holiday decor gave it a cozy postcard-like feel. In the moat room, we learned about visits from the time staff and the Second World War effort. We then made our way to the dining hall where Anne Boleyn herself would have dined. The room has a high beam ceiling and the massive table was set with Tudor-inspired Christmas decoration. It was easy to imagine Henry VIII walking through, though probably not in a festive mood. Before heading upstairs, we visited the library, which was transformed into a sophisticated space in 1905, featuring sabiki wood carvings and bookcase inspired by Samuel Pepys. The castle truly came to life in its more personal rooms. We begin with the nursery, which is now presented as the Boleyn children's bedroom. It's associated with Anne Boleyn through a 17th century myth. In 1505, Anne and her sister Mary likely shared a canopy bed similar to the one recreated here. Next, we explore the Great Chamber, the heart of the Boleyn family apartments. This room served many purposes: intimate gatherings, private conversation, music, poetry, readings, letter writing, and occasionally dining. Anne Boleyn's bedroom was a real highlight. It wasn't overly grand, but it exuded history. With its carved wooden bed, the room felt intimate and connected you to Anne's life. We then arrived at King Henry VIII's bedchamber. It's believed that Henry visited Hever during his courtship of Anne Boleyn, though he likely didn't stay overnight due to the castle size. The room has Tudor paneling with later 19th century updates. This narrow room is filled with Tudor portraits, including Henry VIII and his 6 wives. Walking through, I could feel the history, the laughter of Anne's childhood, tension of Henry's courtship, and perhaps even Anne's fears. During Christmas, the gallery is lined with trees, adding warmth to the commanding space. But Hever Castle isn't just about Anne. After her family left, the castle eventually passed into Henry VIII and was later given to Anne of Clèves as part of their divorce settlement. It fell into disrepair until the early 20th century when William Wordsworth Astor restored it, preserving many original features alongside luxurious Edwardian touches. Outside, the Christmas celebration continued with light display throughout the gardens, despite the pouring rain. Before exploring more of the outdoor displays, I couldn't resist visiting the Hever Castle gift shop. It had a lovely selection of holiday-themed items, and I picked up a few beautiful Christmas ornaments, which I'll show you later. We braved the rain to see the stunning Christmas lights around the garden. We didn't get to see all of it since it was getting quite cold. It felt almost magical to see this centuries-old fortress adorned in Christmas cheer. Hever Castle is more than just an historical site, it's a living piece of England history, which made it even more special during this time. I can't recommend it enough. But the highlights were definitely the spacewalk with sound and smoked effect. Another highlight was the scenic viewpoint, offering a beautiful view of the castle. Before heading back to London, we stopped at a nearby pub. It was actually called Henry VIII, very fitting. We decided to go for a pint of beer to warm up. We were tempted to grab some food, but opted to head back to the train station instead. Though there were still some train issues, we eventually caught one and made our way back to London Bridge. To wrap up this video, here's my haul from the day. I picked up 3 ornaments and a Christmas tree mug. I hope you enjoyed joining me on this Christmas adventure at Hever Castle, and I will see you in the next video.